You're live on the air. Welcome back to the show.
Hello, William, and hello, Rabbi.
Welcome back.
So today I have a question about Daniel 7:13. This verse says in Aramaic, As I looked on in the night vision, and there came with the clouds of heaven one like a son of man. And later it says that this person who is like a son of man will be given glory, kingship, and all people will serve him. So I'm familiar with the interpretation of this verse that it talks about Israel. This is the Jewish interpretation.
No, it's not about Israel. It's about the Messiah. Joshua, sweetheart, it's not about Israel. It's about the Messiah.
You think it is about the Messiah?
Of course it's about the Messiah. How could it possibly be about Israel? Of course it's Mashiach.
Okay, because I did hear you saying that this is talking about Israel because the previous vision that was seen by Daniel talking about 4 kings.
My dear brother, so let me just tell you this. People, I have a lot of videos out there. I never said this talking about Israel. You're confusing me with somebody else. This is speaking about Mashiach. This is a messianic passage. And this is the reason, if I may, that Jesus is not the Messiah, let alone that he's not the Son of Man. Forget that for a moment. I'm not going to ignore that. But here, the passage tells us it's about Mashiach, that all nations will serve him, of all languages. His dominion will be an everlasting dominion which will not pass away. It means all nations will serve him, which all nations don't serve Jesus. They don't. So when the true Messiah comes, Joshua, I hope, I pray that you will embrace the Jewish faith as a Ben Noach or as a Jew. I do. And it is these passages that talk about the Messiah himself, because that's what's going on here. If you look a little further in Daniel chapter 7, you'll see that these are all about the kingdom and then the final coming of the Messianic age. The 4 kingdoms, meaning the kingdom represented by the lion, Bavel, the kingdom which is represented by the bear, that's Persia, the leopard, Greece. The 4th one, indescribable, just 10 horns with a little horn. That's Rome, Edom, the church. All that will be destroyed. And Mashiach will then reign as a Davidic king forever, and all nations will serve him. Meaning, there's not going to be any discussion about, is this person truly the Messiah? Is this person the heir to David's throne? All the nations of the world will recognize him. That's it. And he will represent the will of Hashem. He'll be a true teacher in Israel. So he will be both a physical king and a spiritual leader, like David, a physical king and a spiritual leader who's the primary author of the book of Psalms, Sefer Tehillim, which we use to come closer to Hashem. If you want to know about Mashiach, just get an idea of what kind of person he will be, take a look at David. I didn't invent this. Mashiach is called David in Tanakh all over the place. So Daniel chapter 7, verse 13 is speaking about the Messiah. Make no mistake about this. The holy ones are those, or the saints that are described in these passages are those who are the true followers of the clouds of heaven, of Mashiach. It means those who were loyal to God, as opposed to the people who followed the roof folks, the people of Gog. So Daniel chapter 7, verse 13 and 14 demonstrate that Jesus can't possibly be the Messiah, let alone that the Navi wants to convey, that Daniel of blessed memory is conveying that this is a son of a man, a son of a man. Jesus, the church claims, is not a son of a man. That's a big problem.
Just to clarify,
Sure.
Just to clarify, I'm not calling to argue whether this applies to Yeshua, Jesus, because I'm currently in pursuit of truth about the messiahship of Yeshua, but I have decided to assume that he's not until proven otherwise. That's why I'm trying to understand who is the Mashiach from the Jewish perspective first. But I think I've heard you saying in other places, that's why I wanted to call and clarify, in other videos, and also other rabbis, that because the first four animals refers to kingdoms, also the Son of Man refers to Israel.